with that at all. But at least we should know that they're interested in the money, in the liquidity because of the crisis today, or they are interested in the system because it is a superior system or it's an alternative system. And I don't know exactly how to distinguish between the two.
You can't.
Well, because this is very important, and I think it's detrimental to the success of the system. You need people who are faithful to your system. You know, people who are taking advantage of your system because you're providing them liquidity that they need today. What if they stop?
I think it's a fabulous point, which I think we're going to have a chance to really bring up. What's our motive in coming? How do we accommodate the cross motives? If I could, now that we've literally almost run out of time, I've got a few questions, and I know Dr. Omar has a question as well. Badlisyah, we're asked, and your name was brought up, because I think, in fact, you're astride both markets. You're in the GCC as well as here. What does it take to get more unity in the fatwa and in the decisions of the Islamic banks? Or are we always going to be a bit apart?
I think I always said that at the end of the day, we must follow what Sharia says. And Sharia says you can have differences of opinion and respect those differences of opinion. And the moment you do that, you can have unity. The problem that we have been facing over the last few years is that people, when they disagree with the other decisions of the Sharia Committee, they condemn that decision publicly. And that is not right. That is disrespectful and not adhering to what Sharia dictates. So that is what is required for us to achieve unity. And to us, when we operate across the globe and provide our products to our customers, we see no difficulty in providing the right Sharia structure for what is desired by our customer. Because we recognize that our customers belong to different Sharia school of thoughts as a follower, and they follow different principles. And as a service provider, we provide what they require. Yusof.
Okay. I think we'll take very quickly Omar's question, and I really thank those who gave the red placards. There will be some form of record of these, and we'll perhaps address these in IFN going forward. I say, looking at the managing editor. Yeah. So we've got one question. I think we're going to disappoint at least one of you for this panel. I apologize. Omar?
Yeah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good morning. Thank you very much to the panelists for their participation and insights. My question is building kind of on the tone we've struck now about opportunities. We know during the crisis, it's about capital preservation. It's cash is king. And that indicates to me that sukuks should have an increasing role as a major alternative to bonds, because bonds will help the investor, whether it's retail or institutional, to preserve capital. And my question is, what's missing, it seems to me so far, in the sukuk market is depth. We have more and more sukuks being issued, but we don't have a secondary market, which would help build the liquidity and the breadth and the depth required to really propel this forward. So my question would be to the panelists, could you comment on how we can take the next step to build in that kind of an infrastructure to enable sukuks to move forward and be liquid and traded? Thank you.
I'm going to ask Jacques, if he doesn't mind, to share discreetly a pessimistic thought he had this morning about what it takes to get to a secondary market in sukuk in the current environment. I think there's some challenges that need to be overcome broadly. Jacques, if you don't mind the question of depth in sukuk market?
You know, I think looking at the secondary market, it's a take-and-hold market for the time being. I mean, because of the lack of issues, we need more and more issues for the time being. If you consider the market, the sukuk market, you have to differentiate between what is done in ringgit, which is only a Malaysian issue, if I may say so. You have also to distinguish all the issues in local currency in the GCC, and you have to contemplate the US dollar or euro issues worldwide. Why we don't have a real secondary market on the euro US dollar sukuk issues? My guess is that we haven't seen enough issues for the time being. And don't forget that it's a very nascent industry, the Islamic debt capital market. I just want to remind you that the first sukuk issue was the Malaysian one in 2002. So we don't have this history, but we need more and more issues. I mean, when you look at Bahrain issuing 500 million up to 750 million, it's nothing to compare to what conventional is doing now. We are speaking about billions of dollars or euro. Same for the RAK sukuk. I mean, there's nothing to do with compare with very large issues by nationals, supranationals, or large corporates in Europe and the States. So we need like some deepness in this market, and it will come. I mean, it will be organized. It's already organized. I mean, most sukuk from the GCC are listed in Bahrain and in Europe, and it's. But you are right. I mean, the secondary market, we need a secondary market, but I think first we need also a bigger market. Don't forget, also keep in mind that 2008 was a very bad year for sukuk, and most sukuks were in local currency, so I don't see investors, worldwide investors investing in local currency. They won't take the exchange risk.
So it seems like we need standards, quantity of issues, and trust.
It's a quantitative issue first, I think.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. I wish we had time to carry on. I know that there were a lot more questions that came up. We apologize to disappoint you, but we'll find a way to satisfy you.